Hey tricksters, welcome back to Trick Central, your place for everything that's tricky and sneaky. Speaking of tricky and sneaky, it's April Fool's coming up, and so you're probably looking for some good gags and pranks to pull on friends and family. Well, sit back and relax as I teach you over 40 different ways to prank your friends and families for April Fool's. And make sure you're a subscriber and you turn on the notification bell so you never miss an upload. Next week I'll be sharing 25 ways to prank people at school or at work or even in public. You guys, let's do this. I'm going to quickly share 40 prank ideas, so I want you to comment down below and tell us what your favorite is. A classic idea is to take some Oreo cookies and scrape out the inside and refill them with white toothpaste. That's a waste of the good stuff. No, you eat it, stupid. One of my favorite pranks is to unroll some toilet paper, spray some adhesive spray on the back or some hairspray, roll it back up, and then it dries, and the person can never find the end of the toilet paper. This shocking prank is great to do if you're wearing a jacket or long sleeve shirt. And all you have to do is put a plastic cup under your armpit. The next time you're making sandwiches for somebody in the house, get a little bit of green food coloring and dab a couple dots around on the bread and smear it with your finger. It'll look like mold. At your next dinner party or even at a restaurant, open up the salt and pepper shakers, cover them with a napkin, and put a little salt and pepper from 2 other containers on top, make a little reservoir, screw the caps back on, tear away the excess paper, and now you have a salt and pepper shaker that are gonna pour out the wrong stuff. Cut off a small corner of a 10, a 20, 50, or $100 bill and affix it to the corner of a small piece of paper that says something like April Fool's. Stick it inside of a book with the corner sticking out so when someone tries to steal it, they get pranked. Carefully open up a bag of Cheetos, dump out the contents, and fill it up with baby carrots and carefully reseal it. The next time you're having Chinese food, print your own fortune or misfortunes and stick it into somebody's cookie and sit back and watch as they freak out. One of my all-time favorite pranks is to take a plastic spider and put some double stick tape on it, pull down some toilet paper, stick this onto the toilet paper roll, and then roll it back up so it's out of sight. So the next time somebody's sitting literally in a vulnerable position on the toilet and they pull the toilet paper, this spider comes running. This one is evil. The next time it's raining, stick some confetti or even glitter into somebody's umbrella so when they lift it up to open it, poof, it gets all over them and it'll probably be wet. This one will take just a little bit of planning. Get into somebody's computer, on their phone, their clocks, everywhere, the microwave, in their car, and change all the clocks back an hour so no matter what the person is planning that day, they're gonna be an hour early. If you have a sink in the garage or kitchen that has a spray hose, rubber band the handle so it's always squeezed, turn off the water so when the next person turns it on, the hose is gonna spray them. This next one might even scare somebody. Get on their computer and turn the volume all the way up. Get in their car, turn on the radio, turn it all the way up, turn the car back off. Turn the TV on, turn the volume all the way up, turn the TV back off. Turn everything up and just wait for it to happen. You could do some evil things with just a cup of water. What you're gonna do is slightly open a bathroom or closet door, balance this cup on top of the door so when the next person opens the door, the cup will fall toward them and get them wet. Here's a quick way to gross somebody out. Switch out their yogurt for sour cream or mayonnaise. This will prank somebody later. Stick a plastic bug inside of a lampshade. How's anyone ever gonna see that? They're gonna see it when they turn the light on, and that's what's so cool about it. Flip the batteries on the TV remote so the remote doesn't work. Another one of my all-time favorite pranks is take a cup upside down that you can't see through, stick a note next to it saying, "You caught a scary spider." That's it. But of course, there's no spider at all, so the person's gonna think the spider got away. This prank just keeps giving and giving. I love pranks that mess with people at random times. If somebody's drawers can interchange, swap them out and put them in different positions, or take out the contents and put them in other drawers. It'll completely confuse a person later. This is pretty funny. Print out a policeman, a robber, a delivery man, cut it out, and then affix this on the door right outside the peephole, and then tell them there's someone at the door. And when they look out the hole, they're gonna see this, and when they open the door, nothing's there. Here's a couple ideas that you have to do a day before. Get yourself a large chocolate egg, like a Cadbury egg, or something that's wrapped in some sort of wrapper or foil. Take the wrapper off, save it, get a regular egg and melt chocolate, cover that egg, Re-wrap it up once it's dry and put it in the fridge for someone to take and crack open. Of course, it won't be chocolate. Either really late at night or early in the morning, place some yard sale or garage sale signs in your friends or neighbors' yards. This you definitely have to do the night before you want to prank somebody. Get some toothpaste that has a little bit of room, squeeze the toothpaste to the bottom, so there's a little cavity right here, fill it with water, and then freeze it overnight, and then place it next to the toothbrush in the morning. Another one of my all-time favorites is to get some clear fingernail polish and paint it all over a bar of soap, let it dry overnight, and then you place it in the shower. It'll look glossy and wet like soap does, but it will not lather up because it's protected by the nail polish. Such a great prank. Don't forget the power of Jell-O. Take somebody's personal belongings, put it safely in a Ziploc bag, put it in the Jell-O and let it set overnight and let them find it in the fridge later. Similar to Jell-O is gelatin. Take some gelatin, mix it with some milk, put it in a cup, and then serve it at breakfast and prank your family. Here's some great pranks for people that are married or even dating. Go to the dollar store and get a pregnancy test. Look at the instructions and see what it says the symbol's going to be for being pregnant. A lot of times it's 2 red lines. Get a red pin, put in 2 red lines, and leave it laying on the bathroom counter. And something to do to a roommate, your boyfriend, your girlfriend, your wife, your husband is the never-ending shampoo prank. Reach over the shower as they're rinsing their hair, squirt in more shampoo on their wet head. They'll keep rinsing it off, and every time they're about done, put on more. It'll drive them bonkers. Speaking of shampoo, here's a messy idea. Fill this with syrup. Just stick it in a syrup jar and pump, pump, pump until syrup comes out. Put it back in here, put it back in the shower, and when people squirt it out, it'll be all sticky and gross and messy. And if they look in here, the evidence will be gone because once they pump it, it will be filled with shampoo. But isn't it gonna get shampoo in the syrup? Seriously, clean it off first and then pump it filled with syrup. I don't have to teach you every little detail. Use your brain. If you really want to freak somebody out and you have keys to their car, move their car out of sight. It could be at home, at a parking lot, anywhere at all. And when they try to find their car, they're gonna think it's stolen. Now, of course, we can't do April Fools without considering kids. So here's some fun pranks you can pull on kids or kids can pull on parents. Another one of my all-time favorites is taking a banana, a skinny toothpick or a thin wire, which is even better, and finding a ridge and sticking the toothpick in until you can get to the other side and scrape it back and forth without penetrating the other side of the banana, and do it about 3 to 4 times. So when they peel the banana is already cut inside and it falls onto their plate. It's crazy magic. You might get some candy sticks and stick them in Brussels sprouts and recover them with candy wrappers. Something simple and cute to do for little kids is to draw little faces on all the eggs inside of your fridge. Or better yet, get those stick-on googly eyes of different sizes and put them on all the containers and cans and food all inside the fridge so when they open the door, they have a fun surprise. This one's gonna taste disgusting. Get some plain cake donuts and then cover them like powdered sugar. But instead of using powdered sugar, you're gonna use baking soda or flour. Here's another fun food prank for kids. Get some green or blue food coloring, drop it into some milk. So the milk will look spoiled when you pour it out. Now in the morning, when you have breakfast, look at that milk and go, oh, it's spoiled, and then drink it to freak them out some more. The night before you want to prank somebody, get a bowl, fill it with cereal, a spoon, and lots of milk, freeze it overnight, and then serve it for breakfast. It'll look like a regular bowl of cereal until they grab that spoon, and it'll be solid. I love food pranks. Here's another idea. Get some red Jell-O, put it in a glass with a straw, let it set overnight, and it'll look like fruit punch in a glass, but of course you can't drink it. Another food prank is to take a nice large dab of white yogurt and put a half of a canned peach right on top, and it'll look like an egg. To dress it up, even put a piece of toast next to it. And don't forget the simplicity of taking the bags out of different boxes of cereal and putting them in the other boxes. It's always a fun surprise in the morning. So that's over 40 prank ideas or something for anyone. So make sure you share this with all your friends and make sure you're a subscriber and you turn on your notifications so you never miss one of our uploads. Tune in next week as I teach you over 25 pranks you can do at work or at school or in public. Thank you guys so much for the support. Catch you next week. Peace.